Enough is enough. Community parents are taking a stand.
I remember getting the text message from my daughter, from Emily Godfrey, and immediately having fear. My heart dropped. I immediately called the school district, and without getting any answers, I reached out to the news and to other parents on Facebook. I finally was able to get to the school and talk to the SRO. After speaking with the SRO, with my children sitting there with me, I broke down and asked them, what were they going to do? How are they going to protect my babies? Like, how are they going to make sure my kids have a safe environment to learn in? And he looked at me and told me that he could feel my pain, but it was her First Amendment rights, that she had a right to post and say what she wanted to say. I remember leaving Hillcrest feeling defeated. I remember looking at my kids and trying to explain to them what just had happened and what I was going to do as their mom, as their protector, to protect them.
I'm from the outside looking in. I don't have children that go to Hillcrest, but I do live in a community with children who go to school. I have 2 children who are in high school as we speak. But when I woke up the morning and seeing the picture of the little girl holding the gun and having 2 African American children, it affected me because I was like, oh my goodness, this is so close to home. You know, and me sending my kids to a public school, you know, somewhere where I thought that my children could be safe. But then them having friends and seeing a little girl who could possibly be a little girl in their school saying something so frightening and so terrible that could affect them in their everyday life, even though this didn't happen at their school, it can affect them too. You know, those are my children. Those are my children. That's my community. And it's going to affect me, it's going to affect them, it's going to affect the kids in that school, it's going to hurt, you know, them to their heart. That's terrorizing. How are these kids going to go to school and learn and feel as if they can make good grades and feel safe sitting next to a possible person who feels hatred towards them, not knowing if the next person sitting next to them feels the same way? So, you know, even though this didn't happen at my children's school, this affects everybody in the community, even outside communities.
I have 2 boys that attend Hillcrest High School, one in 9th grade, one in 11th grade. When I initially heard about the post to social media, I immediately went up to the school to figure out what kind of actions were going to be taken in regards to the post. I felt like my kids' life were in danger. I felt that it was a threat and something needed to happen. At this point, enough is enough. My kids should be safe in school. Every day that they go, I should not have to fear for my kids' life.
As a parent and being part of the community, the reason this affects me because I have younger children of my own who will one day grow up and will actually attend a middle school, a high school, to where they will have to deal with social injustice and racial injustice. So as a parent, I want to be able to prepare my kids for things like this, and as a community, I want to also be able to give back as far as educating the community as well as parents so that this won't continue to happen.
As a parent of a student at Hillcrest High School, as well as family members that go there, the morning of, I woke up to a live video feed saying that the same things that happened in other schools with school shootings was happening at our school. As soon as I woke up, with a small child in the bed with me, as well as knowing our children are on the way to school, you can't help but be outraged. It seems like after all these years that we would be far beyond having to have these type of incidences actually happen inside of our community, and every single time we hear it, it's a shame. And it seems like every single time something occurs, 2 weeks after, no one wants to mention it anymore. And at this point in time in our lives, we have to start kicking into things that can prevent these things from happening and stop covering up that they actually occur.
As a parent of a student at Hillcrest High School, the moment that I saw a picture of a child holding a gun, threatening to harm a certain demographic, I felt frightened. I feared for my child's life, and I immediately called the school, because the first thing I thought about was my child is sitting in the classroom. She's doing homework, she's not bothering anybody, and then all of a sudden somebody walks up and you hear gunshots. You don't know what's going to happen in that moment. You don't know if your child is going to be dead or alive. So the impact that it's just had on me is I want to fight for the safety of not only my child, but everybody's children. It takes a village to raise a child. And if I'm honest, then everybody's child's life matters, not just my own. So I'm fighting this fight because we need safety in our schools, we need protection in our schools, and we need assurance that when these things occur, the right punishment is going to happen so that it doesn't continue to occur in the future.
As a parent of a Hillcrest High School student, when I seen the post that was posted by Emily Godfrey saying that we will hang niggers for free, holding a gun, it terrified me. I was scared for my son to go back to school, and I was also scared for the other students that attend Hillcrest High School. I did not know what the outcome would be, or if they would have to sit back with Emily Godfrey in class. I'm praying and hoping that we're working together, we can fix this situation so that our students and our kids and other students do not fear for their life.
Hey, my name is Antonito Kirksey, and I'm part of the community parents. And I have a daughter that was at Hillcrest High School when this incident had happened. Now, my first instinct was not fear, it was straight angry. Because my mind was thinking if something happened to my child, there's going to be some consequences. So as a result, I feel that the young lady who made the post should have some kind of repercussion for the things that she have done. She should not be able to walk away scot-free. So that is my belief. So anybody that does something wrong, it should be justice for it. So that is my belief as a parent, you know, of the kid at Hillcrest.
As a student of Hillcrest High School, I feel that it wasn't fair to us in general. And I feel like it wasn't fair to me, because if I did it in that situation, I would probably be expelled and go into prison.
As a student of Hillcrest High School, I think the girl's actions should be taken a little more serious and had more consequences. Because if it were me, I probably would have got in more trouble, probably get expelled, go to prison. My life is just knowing I'm in danger in my classroom. There's probably somebody beside me like that.
When I first saw the post that Emily shared, I was shocked because nothing like that has ever happened at school before. And I feel like she violated the First Amendment with freedom of speech, because she talked about hanging black people, and the shotgun and the picture just made everything worse. I feel like she shouldn't be able to come back to school because she's scared black parents, other parents that have kids that go to Hillcrest High.
As a student at Hillcrest High School, the images make me feel angry, and I feel like they should do more about it than what they are doing.
As a young black man that just graduated like last year, I felt angry and upset because I have friends that go to Hillcrest and German, but at the same time it just don't feel right because they letting kids with guns these days go in schools and stuff like that, and don't feel right. So they need to let guns and killing stop.
I feel like it's 2019, and this is a situation that should not be taken lightly. To you, this is sensitive parents in white tees making a big deal about a scenario that might be. Might be breaching security, it might not. It might be striking the fear in me, it might not. Might be anarchy in the hallways, it might be your kids running for their life, it might be 5 shots. It might be 5 dead bodies, it might not. I feel like the country is 238 years and still breathing, yet equality is still screaming. My little sister should not be learning and daydreaming while kids are on Snapchat streaming, news tight, and shotgun steaming. I feel tired of honestly stating the obvious. Our kids' lives matter. How do you not see what the problem is?